It is that moment of the year. It is that moment of the year where Artfight returns and all of the artists start making their videos about this damn event. And I'm gonna be one to say, I got you, okay? If y'all wanna learn about Artfight, if y'all wanna know what's up with this event, if you don't even know Artfight and you're a little bit interested, I got you, okay? So I'm Zuri, I'm an artist, I'm a writer, I write about my characters, all that type of stuff. And I love this event, and I want so many more people to play this year. I know like a lot of people were talking shit about new players, and low-key pissed me off. I'm gonna have a little section of at the end about like my issues with last year's Artfight and this reaction to last year's Artfight. I made a little TikTok, so I wanted to share it. But majority of this video is just gonna be me showing you how to use the online website and how to get around it, and basically what the thing is, things to watch out for, and all that sort of stuff. So let's get on it. Let's just start with what Artfight is first. It's an online event where you trade art with other people to gain points for a team, and whichever team makes the most points wins. And it may sound confusing at first because like you're trading art with somebody else. How is this gaining points for a team? And you also may be asking, what do you win? Like people are taking it so seriously. People are talking about this event so much. They're like, what do you win? I'll tell you how it works. For full transparency, I ain't trying to trick you or nothing. All this stuff is on the artfight.net website. You go to artfight.net, it says how it works. It's there, but like me personally, I'm that type of person that wants to be explained to it face to face, front to front. So I got you, bro. Okay? So let's start from the beginning. I don't even need to say anything. I'll just read this out for you, okay? Artfight is an annual art game that lasts for 1 month beginning every July. During the event, users can register on the site to join in. Each year, participants are split into 2 themed groups which they are assigned randomly. So when Artfight happens, it happens in July. You don't need to sign up in July. They're telling you that literally any time of the year you can make an account, as well as post your OCs, post your characters, which I'll show you later on, and you can do all that throughout the year. And then in July, that's when the actual battle starts. That's when the actual game starts. But all preparation, it literally can just all happen throughout the year. Alright, this is the one I'm gonna have to say slowly, okay? Players attack people of the opposing team by making art of original characters you choose belonging to members of the other team. You are free to use almost any visual art form. See attack rules section on the rules, okay? Your team receives points based on what you create for the other team with each attack. So when people hear the word attack, people think this is like ranked Marvel Rivals or something, bro. This is not ranked attack. We're not fighting to the death. Like, no, that was a little bit of an issue at the beginning, okay, of last year's Artfight, is because people were thinking, oh, this is like a battle. Like, no, we're not fighting. We don't hate each other. We're all friends. We're all living in happy, heavenly unicorn land, okay? Like, literally scroll down. At the end of the month, the team with the greater score wins. The real goal is to celebrate characters with your fellow artists, okay? Now, the goal may be different for everyone. A lot of people, they play this for practice, a lot of other stuff, but before I get into that, I want to talk about, again, how the game works, okay? Jarvis, enhance. We're enhancing this. So we have this image of the 2 teams, okay? We got one on blue team, we got one on red team, okay? These are 2 artists. These are 2 different artists. The one on blue team makes an art for somebody on the red team. The person on red team, look at them. They look so happy. They look so excited that somebody made some art for them. As you should be, okay? As you should be. That's basically what the game is. And then when you scroll down, the artist that receives the attack can then counter that attack by drawing the character belonging to the person who attacked them, or pay it forward by attacking a different person on the other team. You can do this thing called revenging, which if somebody makes art for you, you make art for them. It's not required. It's a nice thing to do if you want to. However, as it states, you could pay it forward by attacking a different person on the other team. Pay it forward by attacking a different person on the other team. Okay, this is PMO. Okay, this PMO, because literally last year, so many OG players were pissed off that a lot of the new players weren't doing revenges as much as they probably would have wanted them to. And I want people to know that revenges are not required. Okay, they're not required. And as it says here, the real goal is to celebrate characters with your fellow artists. So don't misconstrue this part about a hate piece on the revenge feature. No, I love the revenge feature. I think everybody should do it if they have the will to. But I don't feel like people should be, should be pressured into revenging. I think a lot of people were pressured into that sort of mindset that they have to revenge, and that is part of the culture. I saw a lot of it on TikTok. I saw a lot of it on YouTube as well. That just pushes people away from the event, because a lot of people, they don't want to intrude. You know that? Like, I've seen so many things of people just being like, yo, like, I don't want to get into Artfight because I don't want to intrude. I don't feel like I could get back to every single attack. Like, you don't have to. I just got to remind you that, like, if you're an artist, you do not have to get back to every single art piece people attacking. You don't have to do that, okay? It's not me being rude to the OG artists who, of course, want their revenges. I know you want your revenges. I see you're completely valid for wanting that. However, I think we should lay low, let the new players, you know, figure out the website, work it out, and then do what they feel they want the best for. The path of least resistance. And I do think that when you play for the first time, I don't think that many people will get that many attacks. I'm not gonna like try to say like, oh, you're gonna get so many attacks. Oh my god, stop saying that they should have to revenge. Like, you probably won't get attacks. I'm just saying that if you do, you shouldn't have to feel pressure to attack. And like, for the people who also get no attacks, which is also very common in Artfight, don't worry your head about it. Don't worry your head about it, okay? Go up on the TikTok, go up on the Instagram, be like, fuck this Artfight, I ain't got no attacks, I hate you all. But don't go try to directly attack people, okay? You could say, I hate you all, because you're not targeting anybody or anything like that. But like, if you're trying to say like, oh, the new players suck, oh, the old players, blah, 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 don't start all that drama. Ain't nobody want that. But again, I don't want anybody to come into the mindset that they think that they should receive attacks, because it's definitely setting you up for disappointment. But I also think that people shouldn't be expected to revenge every single attack, because that equals burnout. Again, it's bad on both extremes, and I just want everybody to have fun. So I'm gonna keep explaining how the site works. I'll go into how the attacks look like on your account. Okay, so something I don't really see people talk about on God for real is how it will look when you actually play the game. And it's understandable because the game hasn't started, so I'm gonna have to loosely describe it to you. But here we are on the front page. We're on Artfight. I was Team Seafoam last year in Artfight 2024. There's my name right there. If you want to know if you ever got an attack or something, or someone, not something, has attacked you, you click this, and then you scroll down, and your attacks page is right here. You click it, and then you have an art piece right here. To fully click on it, you click on the name of the art piece, which this is some gorgeous art right here. You would, if you want to see if you want to revenge, you would scroll down, and right here there would be a revenge option. Now, you can't see it now because the game has not begun, but it will be there in July, trust me. Another way that people check to see if they ever got an attack is just they go directly to their profile. So you click your name, you go to profile, and then the attacks that people send to you, they will show up in this area called defenses. A lot of people don't know what defenses are, but they are the attacks that you receive from somebody else. And then here, on the attack page, is the attacks that you send to other people. So yeah, a little bit confusing, but your defenses is right here, the attacks that you get sent, and then the attacks right here is the attacks that you send to other people. So now, you may be picking at this profile, and you're seeing a little bit more than just the attacks and defenses. You're seeing the characters, okay? So there are characters here that you put your characters in for people to be able to reference them. Now, oh my god, these are my old characters. I'm gonna have to show y'all my old characters. Ah, hell no. Oh, but here's the persona of my YouTube channel, y'all. I have not drawn this character in a whole last year, but they're here. Yeah, so you just post your character sheets here so people can draw them. They reference these images of your characters to then make art and attack you with that art. So allow me to show you how to put these characters up. There's a submit bar at the top. This will also be where you submit your attacks when the game starts. However, the attacks aren't available right now because the game hasn't started. But when you click the submit button, in July there will be something probably below or above it that says attack. That's how you will attack other people. And so there's this character. Click that. And it may look like a lot, okay, but just read it, okay? So first there's the name. You put the name of your characters. You put a little description about your character. There's this thing called permissions. A lot of people don't know what the permissions means. It's basically what you as an artist who have drawn this character permit other people to draw of that character. A lot of people don't want their character being drawn in different outfits, which is a common thing that people put in their permissions. Yo, don't draw them in different outfits, or even some people, specify like, oh, I want you to draw them in different outfits if it's okay with you. That's definitely something that you can put in the permissions. It's fair game. What you want, what you don't want, you can put anything in there. There's external links that you can put for this character as well if you have other stuff outside of the Artfight platform. And then there's these character filters. Does this character need a content filter? There's a filter guide. This is basically about like perhaps things that need to be covered. For example, this stuff, there's gore, nudity, eye strain, body horror, suggestive themes, sensitive content. All of the guides are here on the platform. There's certain filters. If you have any of this sort of stuff on your art, you must put a filter on it. This is just for a trigger warning for anybody who is on this platform. There are kids on this platform. There are young people on this platform. We don't want any of that being seen by kids. Link a species sheet. This is very specific. If you know, you say yes or no. You just know if you know, don't worry about it if you don't know what a species sheet is. There's additional credits if you want to specify certain credits, or like this person made this specific part of the design, you're able to put all that credits in there. You can literally just write as much as you would like to. And then this is the image part where you put the images. There are limits, 5 megabytes, and then there's 200 by 200x in size. You put these in, and these will be the images that show up on your character profile, the one that I just showed you that was on my profile. Then there is, did you create the image? You say yes or no. Does this image need a content filter? Yes or no. And then there's also tags, which will make it easier to find your character. You can put any sort of tag here, furry, humanoid, that sort of stuff. Finally, I won't go too much in deep about it because I know a lot of other people are a lot better than me at this, but it's profile customization. You're able to customize your profile. As you can see, I have some GIFs. I have my Eufy profile picture and all that sort of stuff. You can do it by going to your settings, profile. Here you can change your avatar, and then for profile, you can go to your profile description, BB code allowed, all that sort of stuff. It all shows up. I'm not the professional at this sort of stuff. There's a bunch of videos that go over it, but I just want to let you know that you have the possibilities to do that. There's a bunch of things you can do: contribution history, account information, followers, followed users, all that stuff is here, and that's it. So thank you so much. I will now show you my crash out video about last year's art fight for anyone who wanted to see it.
I just watched an Artfight video, and I sort of want to get all of my thoughts about Artfight out before Artfight happens, and a long time before Artfight happens, because, man, some people were really overreacting with how Artfight 2024 was. Artfight 2024 OGs were trying to blame every single thing, every single gripe that they had with Artfight 2024, and attach it to TikTok people or people who came from other platforms, and I'm just like, y'all, calm down. Now, ordinarily, a normal fandom and a normal group of people would be happy that a bunch of people are joining a fandom. They're being exposed to such a fun event, and they would want the most people to participate as possible. But no. The Artfight fandom, they do not fuck with new people. If you don't know how to use the platform day one and say thank you if someone attacks you, Shadow Realm. Shadow Realm. I just really thought that shit was ridiculous, redonkulous, because, like, why are we surprised that when a huge amount of people joins a new website that they've never touched in their life, they may not know how to use it. They may not know how to use it. And even then, if somebody, for some reason, purposefully doesn't say thank you, it's like, that's not the point of Artfight. The point of Artfight is not to get a thank you. It's to have fun, practice, and draw the characters you want to draw. Win it for your team, baby. I also just want to say that you're not crazy if you want art from an artist that you think their art is good. Because I saw so many of these YouTubers trying to shame people for wanting art from an artist that they like. And I'm like, why are you shaming these innocent people? I think that we should shame the people who harass these artists for not, like, revenging back. Like, that makes sense. But attacking the people who just earnestly want to try and get art back, it's not a big deal. Like, literally, I don't know why people are like this. Because Artfight, literally, when has it not been about picking characters that you like and want to draw, and then drawing them, right? Like, if somebody sends you an attack, you go on their profile, and you can't draw furries, what do you do then? And a bunch of people will be like, do your best, draw that fucking furry, and I'm just like, I won't have fun. And if you don't think you'll have fun, then don't do it. The point of Artfight is to have fun, and I hate how people are trying to take that out of the game. It just sucks.